Hello everyone, Jaime Mantilla here, and in this video I wanted to share with you this application that I built. This was all done through Vibe coding using Cursor AI, meaning I didn't have to write a single line of code. And I wanted to get your opinion to see if this is something that you could use and just get general feedback, okay? So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to start with the landing page. So it's create AI art with DALL-E. So DALL-E is one of the models from OpenAI. You can actually plug in any models from any other LLMs or large language models. It is a simple landing page. Let me just make my header smaller here. So you can create DALL-E images. So you can integrate it with that model, or you can actually modify a little bit of the code and add other models in there. You have over 60 plus artistic styles. It's advanced AI generation. So there is prompts that are already behind the scenes that would help you generate any type of image. And then you have custom dimensions that are specific to the model that we're using. You can see here, I put in like a carousel just to see the different type of models that you could potentially use. These are not all, this is just a preview of it. And there's different categories. So you have traditional art, digital and modern, photography and lighting, historical movements, cultural and regional, abstract and experimental, urban and environmental, and techniques and materials. I will show you that in a minute. And then a simple call to action here that says try it for free. There's one other button here that says try generator, login. I have not implemented that yet. And then there's an about DALL-E that will take you to the DALL-E page to show you pretty much the concepts and the before and after DALL-E 2 versus DALL-E 3 and pretty much what you can generate. There's some prompt examples and so forth. So just wanted to put that there in case somebody wants to use this. Once you click on here, it'll take you to the generation page. So the AI image generator. Here you would have a choice for the custom sizes that DALL-E supports. So it's a square, 1024 by 1024, wide, which is 1792 by 1024, which is the white, for landscape banners and so forth. And then portrait, which is, the vertical form, which is 1024 by 1792. Here, I'm just going to go back to the one that I had already previewed. So for this one specifically, you can see this is an image that I generated using the futuristic style. So you will see that here. And then if I go back to the main generation page, you have different categories. So you can actually select all, which will give you all 82 categories of what you can select. You can have graffiti, brutalism, environment, art, mosaic, woodcut, micrography, pop art, hyperrealism. You have many options that you can generate image for. And I'm going to give you an example in a minute to show you what you can use these images for you to either earn more income or just for yourself, okay? So as you can see here, it has the categories of traditional. So it gives you a categorization and groups of images that apply to that specific category. You have digital modern, historical movements, Victorian, Baroque, Expressionism. You have photography styles of wide angle, low angle, Dutch angle, pinhole camera. And then you can continue to click here. You have cultural original, Afrofuturism, anime, capoeira, abstract and experimental. You have these fluxus, geometric abstraction, abstract, and so forth. You have urban, which is brutalism, gothic, dystopia, land art, and many others, right? So you have 80 plus graphics or art types that you can select to create images. I'm going to tell you how to do it now. So with this one, you can see that this image was, to me, it looks amazing. That's why I like image generation so much. And I want to make this available. I'm going to ask you in a minute, see what options would work best. And you can actually tell me what would work best for somebody if interested, like content creators, people in graphic design that sell art and things like that. But anyway, so what I'm going to show you here is there's some examples here. These can be changed. These are just to show you what it can do. All you have to do is type whatever you want. Like I could do a black cat, right? And then select, I don't know, let's do all examples. That way I can see everything. And then let's do 35 millimeter film just to see what it generates. Sometimes you have to generate multiple times depending on the outcome of the images, whether you like them or not. But let's see what it comes up with. Or you can actually use more details into the images to see if you can get something else. Okay. So for this specific image, it didn't have any cat in it. So I'm gonna try it again. Again, this is all part of a black cat. Let's try that again. I want to try it again just to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. Maybe I typed it incorrectly. I don't know. But let's see again. Hopefully this image will be generated with a black cat in it. But I'll show you examples of other ones so let's say this one. There's a black cat here on the street and there's other cats on the street. And then I want to generate other ones here from the example. So let's say I want a porch in Northern Lights. So for that one, I want to select, let's say, this one, light painting. So let's see what it brings. And again, you can try different things. You can type your own. You can select the examples. But this is just for you to have an idea of what it does. So look at that. Like, again, some people may like it, some people may not. But I think it's a great image. We can try another one if you like, just to see. A panda with crystal. No, let's say I like cars in this case. So let's say, again, a Bugatti in the spotlight. And let's try pop art. I don't know what it's going to do, but let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to show you these on these other two tabs, what you can do with it to generate these images and pretty much start your own selling business of art and digital assets. So again, this is something that somebody to generate or to create on its own, it will take probably hours or days. Here you can actually generate it within seconds, sometimes minutes. Again, if you like it, all you have to do is click on download. It'll take you to that image, and all you have to do is save as. I can actually add a feature to download the image straight up on your desktop or your laptop. But right now, this is how it's set up. And again, with these images, you can do anything. So this is the white frame. This is the portrait frame, just for you to have an idea of what it would look like if you were to generate it that way. And here's some useful things that you can do with that art. So for this specific example, I created a cosmic black cat in abstract form. And you can actually, you see the images here. You can actually get the description from OpenAI. Mystical black cat stares through the cosmos in this surreal abstract universe of colors, blah, blah, blah. You can see here, you can do it on shirts, you can do it mouse pads, you can do it on hoodies, you can sell it on, cell phone covers, pictures, backpacks, pillows. You have pins, scarves, etc., etc. And there's another one that I really like, is Madonna in the pop art form. You can see the image here initially, what it came up with. So it's Madonna pop art portrait, retro color burst. It also has the description. This by Madonna pop art portrait explodes with bold color, retro energy, and iconic attitude. And again, you can read that on your own. But here you can see, again, you can actually have that on t-shirts. It's pretty much the same thing that I showed you on the other one. But imagine what you could do just generating a bunch of images of stuff that you like. Either cats, either, I don't know, cars, motorcycles, I mean, you can go on and on and on. These images here, that actually shows you what it would preview it like. So you can use that as a preview, okay? Kind of have an idea of what this would look like depending on the prompt that you put, or the object, or the description that you give it. But that's pretty much it. So pretty much what I'm looking for, feedback, is honest feedback, not only on the simplicity of it, or if you were to add something else. Second, is this something that you would use? Do you know somebody that you could potentially use it? Is this an audience that you could potentially tell me, who would be the right target for this application? Another thing that I wanted to implement is, you have the login and authentication for individuals, and I could potentially make this application available to the public in two ways. I could have fixed monthly price using my own API key from OpenAI, meaning I will incur all the charges from whenever you make a phone call, not a phone call, whenever you make a call to DALL-E API. So that'll be on, the costs include the application itself, the hosting, as well as the cost of the image generation. So there's costs associated to this. Or the other option would be to have a low monthly price for the software itself. I don't know, let's say $5, and then bring your own key, meaning you would have to go to DALL-E or to OpenAI to get your API key, and you can actually input it in the system. That way, let's say if you generate 200, 300 images, then it'll be the cost to you, right? So if you use your own, like you would know how much will you be charged. And if you don't use it, if you don't use the image generation, it'll be just the cost of the software to maintain it and add new features in the future. But if you don't use image generation, then it'll be just a fraction of the cost, as if you're paying, a monthly fee, including the DALL-E, the API key. Okay. So I don't know if that made sense, but if you have any questions, let me know. Just wanted to showcase this to you. I think, to me, it looks great just because pretty much I built it. But just wanted to show you what is possible with vibe coding, or just using AI to help you code for you instead of you having to go to school and take years to get your ideas into form. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thank you.